Okay, to start out today, we're going to be making a syrup with only 2 ingredients, and that is onion and honey. So it's really simple, and I'm going to show you what to do right now. We're going to start off by cutting up some onions. So onions are very, very good for medicinal reasons and helping us to get strong and healthy, and also for healing. And honey is antibacterial. It's really good for sore throats, for making syrups. And these are things that I always tend to have on hand, a must-have in the country home when you're not so close to the stores. What I'm going to do is we've got a mason jar, and without crying, we're going to put these onions in here. So what our purpose is here is we're going to layer onion, honey, onion, honey. Ooh, that is a strong onion. I'm just going to put a scoop of honey in here. Okay, if it gets on your hands or we clean it up, not a big deal. This is really easy. And we're going to continue. You can choose how much syrup you want to have. I like to try and fill it up as much as I can. And then what we're going to do after this is we're going to let it sit for about 24 hours just on your, on your counter, room temperature. And then we'll end up straining it. I'm going to add another onion. It's really simple, and it's actually really tasty. We do this quite often if we have sore throats or just not feeling well, or if you got some phlegm. This is good to take at any time, but my eyes are watering. Whew. Guess I needed a good cry today. Whoo. Getting a little messy because I can't see because of all these tears. All right, okay, and we're going to put some more honey in there. This is so good that my daughter actually asked for it when she's not even sick at all. And as you can see it there, it's coming along quite well. After 24 hours of sitting out on your counter at room temperature, we'll strain out with a strainer all the onions. So you'll just be left with the onion juice and the honey. And you could take a tablespoon of this a few times a day, every 2 to 3 hours, really as much as you want. There's no harm in this at all. That's the great thing about home remedies. There's no side effects generally. All right, so we're just gonna push that down a little bit, just so I can put a little bit extra in there. I think that's all the onion I'll use. So that was about 4 onions, 4 small onions, cooking onions. Use whatever you have on hand though. And this is supposed to last, they say, for up to a year in your fridge. Now I've never had it go that long. We've used it up in that time, but I have had it last 6 to 9 months. And it was still fine. And you just keep using it. So usually in the winter, we kind of have this on hand all the time. And children love it. So it's not an issue definitely with that. Okay, you can see I've got the layer of the onion and the honey. And over 24 hours, it's really just going to turn to liquid. And so you're just getting the juices from the onion, and you're getting the sweetness of the honey. And it's tasty, I'm not gonna lie. And that's it. It's so easy to make. Takes no time at all. I'll just pop that lid on there. And we are just gonna leave it, and we're just gonna leave it sitting on our table for 24 hours. And then we'll see how it looks. Okay, so it's been about 24 hours, and this is what the honey and onion syrup now looks like. You can see that all the liquid has gone to the bottom. The onions are pretty much soft, and it's turned into a watery kind of thing, syrup. Now we're just going to take it and we're going to strain it, all the onions. And so we're just going to make sure we get all those good juices out of the onions. This is quite similar to what we do for our homemade elderberry syrup. If you haven't seen that video, we can put a link to that video, and you can see how we make our own elderberry syrup, which is quite similar to this one. So we're going to make sure that we get all that juice out of there. A lot of great properties in onions and in honey. This is so simple, and you can have it on hand. We've had it last for between 6 and 9 months in our fridge. And again, you want to take a couple tablespoons at a time. And you can take it as often as you need to. Earlier in the video, you can use as many onions and as much honey as you want. I chose to fill up this jar completely, and now I'm only getting about 1/4 of the jar. So if you want to make a larger amount, grab a larger mason jar and do a bigger batch. But I find this one lasts, we don't use it all at once with one cold or flu or whatever, so it lasts quite a long time. This is enough for us, for a family of 3, and that's it. That's how easy it is. Put the lid on, and now we will be placing it in the fridge. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll give some of these natural remedies a try, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.